Alright, let's talk about the future. Specifically, let's talk about how two very clever, very British, and very pessimistic men imagined it. George Orwell, 1984. It's a grim, gray world, where the government is a terrifying, all-powerful entity that controls you with pain, fear, and constant surveillance. Think of a boot stamping on a human face forever. It's bleak, it's miserable, and frankly, it sounds like spending a weekend at a conference for tax accountants. It's a future where books are burned, history is rewritten, and free thought is the ultimate crime. Fun. Aldous Huxley. Brave New World. This future is completely different. It's shiny, it's colorful, and everyone is deliriously happy all the time. Let's start with Orwell's vision because it feels straightforwardly sinister. The core of 1984 is total state control through surveillance and fear. Big Brother is watching you, not just a slogan but a constant, terrifying reality. In Orwell's world, telescreens watch and listen to you in your own home. The thought police can arrest you for having the wrong opinions. History is rewritten by the Ministry of Truth to fit whatever the party needs that day. Objective reality is subordinate to power. Now, does any of that sound familiar? We may not have telescreens bolted to our walls, yet, but we carry them in our pockets. Our smartphones, smart speakers, laptops are constantly listening and tracking. Governments have been caught running mass surveillance programs. They collect our emails, our text messages, our search history, and our location data. The scale of modern data collection is something Orwell could have only dreamed of. We've managed to build the panopticon ourselves and pay a monthly fee to live inside it. And what about censorship and the manipulation of truth? Look no further than fake news and state-sponsored disinformation campaigns. Now let's pivot to Huxley. His Brave New World presents a much softer, more seductive form of control. You see, Huxley wasn't worried about a government forcing us to do things against our will. He was worried about a society so blissfully entertained and medicated that we would lose the will to resist in the first place. Citizens are pacified from birth with conditioning promiscuity soma. No thought police. Because no one has deep, troubling thoughts. They're too busy with the feelies, immersive movies, and endless trivial pursuits. Sounds like a society glued to screens, endlessly scrolling for dopamine, because it should. A masterpiece of distraction, an infinite stream at our fingertips. TikTok dances, celebrity gossip, meaningless reality TV, dangerous viral challenges. Huxley predicted triviality. He wasn't wrong. Drowning in information that's cotton candy for the brain, we are amusing ourselves to death. Soma has modern equivalents. Not one pill but heavy medication numbing anxieties. And our digital Soma, social media, online shopping, streaming services, designed to be addictive. Constant low-level pleasure keeps us coming back, pacifying us and distracting from big problems. Why worry about climate change or political corruption when you can binge attractive vampire high school shows or argue with a stranger about a trailer? So, who was right? Orwell or Huxley? The uncomfortable truth is that this isn't an either-or situation. We are not living in 1984 or Brave New World. We are living in a bizarre, chaotic hybrid of both. It's as if the two authors got together in the afterlife, had a few drinks, and decided to collaborate on a sequel. We have managed to create a society that uses both the stick of fear and the carrot of pleasure to keep us in line. It's a truly impressive and deeply depressing achievement. We've got the surveillance state of Orwell, but it's powered by the voluntary distraction of Huxley. Think about it for a second. The same tech companies that provide us with our endless stream of Huxleyan entertainment. The social media feeds the videos, the games are also the ones collecting vast amounts of data on us, creating the infrastructure for an Orwellian surveillance state. Facebook knows who your friends are, what you believe, and what you had for breakfast. It then uses this information to sell you things, but that same data can be, and has been, used by governments and political campaigns to monitor and manipulate public opinion. We are being watched by Big Brother, but we invited him in because he brought a really fun party with him. This brings us to the final unsettling question. In this strange new world we've built for ourselves, which form of control is ultimately more powerful? Orwellian fear of punishment, Huxleyan love of distraction. Is the chain that binds us forged from steel or from sugar? On the one hand, the power of the state to imprison, to censor, and to inflict pain is undeniable and terrifying. The threat of force is a primal motivator, and governments have never been shy about using it to maintain control. However, there's a strong argument to be made that Huxley's vision of control is the more insidious and, ultimately, the more effective one. An oppressive state has to spend enormous resources to watch everyone to suppress dissent and to maintain its grip. It creates martyrs and fuels rebellion. It's an exhausting, high-effort enterprise. But a society that is controlled by pleasure and distraction does the work for them. People willingly give up their privacy for convenience. They willingly choose trivial entertainment over civic engagement. They police their own thoughts to fit in, not because they fear the thought police, but because they fear being unpopular. So, as you scroll through your phone tonight, bouncing between news of government surveillance and a video of a dog wearing a tiny hat, it's worth asking yourself, which force has a stronger grip on you right now?